Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Broski Music here with another video, and in today's video we're gonna discuss about this video. I'm gonna play the video, then stop it for a moment and talk about the things that he's saying in the video. We got answers for and what kind of things I disagree with. First of all, I want to say on the start of the video, you don't have to believe the things that I believe in. You don't have to stand behind it. If you don't want to watch this, just don't watch it. There's people out there saying shit like, why are you doing this? It's wrong to do that stuff. It's not wrong to seek for answers and ask questions. And this guy, and I've seen this video many times, makes me more confused about this whole situation with XX. Because everything he's saying in this video keeps changing, and he keeps adding new things to the story, you know, when people are asking him stuff. So he's adding new information to the story he keeps telling, but then adding more when people ask him questions about the story. Based on the questions, he's changing the story. I'm gonna talk about it, discuss it with you guys, and it's up to you guys what you believe and if my suspicion is a good thing or not. It's all up to you guys. I stand behind my things, and I believe this whole shit doesn't make sense, and this Whitness is full of fucking shit. And I will explain why he's full of shit. So we're gonna start with the video right away, and I hope you guys like the video. So I hope this video helps you guys out there a little bit. Maybe I can explain some things that you guys don't understand, and maybe I got some questions you guys can answer for me. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm gonna play it and then listen to what he's saying and answer or ask questions in this video, because I want answers from him as well. So let's play the video.
And we dropped off my jet ski. So, like, you know what, we decided to just take a look around. And then we were just taking a look around, you know, we were, like, about to leave. And then we saw a guy with, like, blue pigtails coming. We were like, yo, is that X? So we're like, oh, shit, it is X. Like, yo, what up, X? Like, we're like, dude, what's up? And he's like, oh, what's up, guys? And so he was just looking around, and we were just like following him, etc. Like, just looking. He was looking at dirt bikes and motorcycles. And then he said that he was like, oh, man, that shit's slow as fuck. And then, like, everybody started laughing, and my boy was like, it's slow. And then he was like, yeah, bro, that shit's slow, talking about a bike. But anyways, so we ended up about to leave, and then I was like, you know what, I want to get a picture with X. So we went back out. We were looking for X. We couldn't find him, so we, like, waited by his car. So we were just chilling there, waiting for him. So he came outside. I was like, yo, X, do you think we can take a picture? He's like, no, not right now, man. And I was like, okay, all right. So X got in his car. He drove around the parking lot, and he drove up.
I want to say thing straight away. Later on in the video, you will hear that these people claim that XX was with his uncle in the car. At this point, they're not talking about an uncle. They said nothing about an uncle. They will say later on that there was an uncle in the car when people ask if there was someone else in the car. I'm not pretty sure if they really straight away asked that, and then he changed that subject there. But later on, you will see changes to the story to other topics or subjects. So yeah, there's an uncle, and now it's not here yet, but it will appear later on in the story when he's telling it to the people.
So we were waving at him, and he drove up to the stop sign, and then as soon as he got a stop sign about to make it right the street, literally a black van, a black Dodge, pulled up in front of him. Two dudes with masks and guns got out of the car, and they're like, get the fuck out, get the fuck out.
He is claiming that their guys came out with masks. Later on in the video, you will hear that he will say that it's bandanas and it's not masks or a mask. You will see that later on in this video. You will say that these people had bandanas and not masks. Why are you saying that there are masks now from the beginning? I missed that because I already recorded this and the file couldn't go through on Sony Vega. So now I do it in a different file version. I don't know really how to say that or explain it. But later on you will hear the difference. He's changing the story so many times, guys. That makes suspicious about the things he's saying.
So me and my buddy, we ran inside, and we were like, call 911, call 911. And I started screaming all employees. I was like, call 911. There's guys with guns outside. There's guys with guns outside. They're trying to kill X. So they ran outside, and like we all like ran outside, whatever. And then always we hear X go, what the fuck is going on? Pow, pow, pow. Shot X 3 times.
So I want to say this straight away as well. There was no report about so many shots, or no one at the beginning really said anything about him being shot like that. If he's a witness and he was there, the police would ask him for any information, and he would tell it, because he's doing that in a live stream now. So why wouldn't he do it at the time of the crime? There was nothing else said about the information that he's claiming that he holds. That never came out, so that's already a suspicion for me for him being a part of the crime scene itself, where he was there at the dealership, he claims, but he makes thinking there's something not right with his story. And you guys will hear in the rest of the video, like I said, that a lot of things will change in time when people ask questions.
Everybody ran back inside, waited for a minute, and then we all came back out and walked towards X's car, and he was dead. And the van drove away.
They're asking, do they have a red mask?
No, they were wearing red bandanas.
He said himself from the beginning it was masks, and now he's saying bandanas when people ask, if it were red masks. So that's weird. Why are you changing that shit? Maybe it can be a mistake of him saying that stuff, but why it's now bandanas? There's a big difference between bandanas and masks, right? There's a big difference. Okay, fuck it, let's move on.
We're all black, so yeah. But yeah, we are the. We know, like, we were there to see what happened. Like, a lot of people are making up these, like, conspiracies and theories on, like, he's not dead, whatever. Like, we were there.
People make these conspiracies because there are many questions and no answers, and there's people like you that make stories up that make no fucking sense, and that gives us a reason to ask more questions. What I'm doing right now. Conspiracies are not wrong. Conspiracies mostly bringing the most fucking evidence to a fucking investigation. We do more work than the fucking police do and FBI shit. We the people do more work because we really want to know, and we don't even do it for the money. To them it's up to the more money you pay, the more information they're gonna look for. We do it as an hobby and something we got interest for because we want to change the community and we want facts, okay? So there's nothing wrong with doing conspiracies, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. You doing this live stream right here without confirmation that you are a witness is also creating a conspiracy yourself, okay? You're saying things that you can't confirm, then it's gonna be a conspiracy as well, or related to conspiracy. So you're talking shit, but it comes back to you.
We saw what happened. We came up to his car after, like, what happened, and saw the police come in the ambulance. They tried to do CPR, and we saw, like, his, like, mom and dad.
CPR. What's the definition of CPR? Now, you guys can look up yourself, or maybe you guys do know. As far and as everybody else already saw, the only thing they did was checking his pulse, which they normally don't do like that when, there's someone shot like that in the neck. You're not gonna check for his pulse. You're gonna see his neck, and you're gonna try to stop the bleeding and everything that's involved in a case of shooting. You will do anything for that. They didn't do that. They only checked his pulse. I don't know why he's saying his CPR. What the fuck is CPR in his eyes? Explain that.
Yeah, they did. They took he came in with a Louis Vuitton bag looking to buy dirt bikes, and when we went up to the car, they stole his Louis Vuitton bag. It wasn't with him because he was looking at like $15,000-$20,000 bikes. So
later on he will say that he doesn't know what's inside of the bag. Now he's saying 20,000 something. He can't know that. He can only the media said something about that. He can't know that. And later on he will bring bigger numbers to the story.
Everybody's like, why was there no blood? Just because you can't see the blood, like.
Yeah, there was a hole going through his neck, and I believe that the blood was going through the other side of his neck.
If the hole's in his neck, and later on they're also gonna change it a little bit, but if it's in his neck and it comes out to the other side will have blood. After, when he was taken out of the car, there was no blood visible. I do have a picture from it being in the car. This picture right here, yeah, make it bigger. There's no impact wound here in the neck. Maybe it's a little bit further there, but then still there must be blood on this hoodie. There's nothing. There's no blood nowhere. You can see it. You can change the saturation and everything on the picture. You won't see any blood. And normal blood, it goes through your clothes and everything. I mean, it's a neck shot. A neck shot is a shot. It's gonna be a lot of blood in the neck if you get a neck shot there, and you won't instantly die. Your heart will keep pumping blood, and it will come out and come out. It's not gonna stop there. It's not how it works. Also, his face here, it looks really strange. It doesn't even look like him. I don't know. Maybe it's up to maybe it's just me. People also said that there's no clock tattoo, but this here is just smaller, I think. And yeah, it looks different now. But this is, I think, the tattoo that everybody is talking about, and they say that's missing, but it's still there. I also want to add, he's really skinny here, and he wasn't before. Well, he is skinny, but not this skinny. This looks like somebody who is already dead. Okay, this looks like someone who died a couple weeks ago. And this is a really, really thin leg, and you see that in the videos as well. And I don't know, that's pretty weird. Doesn't look like him. And if it looks like him, then it looks like a version of him being dead for weeks already. But anyways, let's move on. No blood here, okay? But let's move on.
And like it was going through the right side.
He was shot at close range.
Yeah, and he was shot at close range. Yeah.
What kind of gun?
He was shot with like, it looked like, I want to say like an MP5. They had like some sort of like submachine gun they were holding, and they ran.
I doubt it's an MP5, but just in case it's an MP5, it's gonna leave a big impact, especially from the outside. You can precisely shoot with an MP5 like that in the same spot. You need, if shot 3 times, there must be 3 bullet impact wounds, and if there's one perfectly, then they did a neck shot straight up in his neck. You can't precisely shoot with a gun like that if you're not a professional. And still though, I think a lot of gun owners that own one of these guns and know that it's not gonna be that precisely, and you're gonna leave some type of evidence, which there isn't.
Ran up to his car, and yeah.
He is saying they ran up to his car. Later on, he will change the subject on that as well. Okay, so listen to that carefully. Now he's saying ran up to the car. Okay, this gonna change.
Yeah, but that's basically what happened, guys. Just want to let you know. He was shot in his neck.
How many times?
3 times. 3 shots.
3 shots.
But yeah, I just want to let you guys know what happened, because there's a lot of people that don't know. And, you know, me and my buddy were there. We saw what happened. And no, it was not Soldier Kid. Soldier Kid was at Fishing Hooks, and the place we were at, Riva Motorsports, was an hour away. So all these fake posts and shit like that, they're all saying it was like Gator Motorsports.
Yeah,
So that's completely different than Riva. Riva's an hour away. So X, he was doing all right.
Talk about his mood. You asked
Yeah.
him for a picture.
Yeah, I asked him for a picture, and like, you know, he didn't really seem like he wanted to do it, but like he was just like in an okay mood, you know, just minding his own business, and you know, just doing his own thing. But was he alone? No, he was with his uncle. His uncle actually got, when the guys came up with the guns and they're like, get the fuck out, his uncle got out of the car and ran with us inside to call 911.
Now he's with his uncle, so this got added to the story. He was with his uncle. His uncle ran out of the car, with these dudes and called the police. That will also change. The uncle will stay, but about calling the police shit is getting added to the story. Okay.
And so it looked like they were targeting out X. So yeah, they probably do have cameras, but you know, that's like the police matter and stuff. But yeah, yeah, it was definitely, he was targeted. You know.
Dom, you have any questions?
Why didn't X get out of the car? Well, they
had guns at him.
had him, and he had no clue what was going on. So, yeah, they got out of the car fast, and as soon as they got out of the car, they started walking towards his car with the guns, and then that's when we ran. We took cover, and then I ran inside, and I started screaming, "Call 911! Call 911! There's a guy with a gun outside!" I was like, "Call 911!"
You know, it's walking up to the vehicle and then it's running up to the vehicle. What the fuck is it now, dude? Stay with the same story. Why you keep switching the story? Why you keep adding new stuff to the story? What the fuck, dude?
So, yeah. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know, like, what's happening and, like, what happened. Just the truth, you know?
You keep saying that.
What did he say?
What did he say? Like, what do you mean by what he said?
Why don't you talk about what he was saying in the shop?
Oh, in the shop, he was just talking about the bikes, you know? He was saying, like the guy was like, oh, like, what about this bike? He's like, man, that shit's slow as fuck. And then me and my buddy started laughing. He's like, and they were like, yeah. And then he was like, yeah, that shit dumb slow. He's like, it's dumb slow. And then we just started laughing. But then he was really minding his own business. But yeah. What were his last words? Honestly, his last words were when he was like, what the fuck is going on? And then they shot him 3 times.
He yelled it.
Yeah, he yelled it. He was like, what the fuck going on? And they pow, 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 shot him 3 times. Why are people saying that?
Because people are stupid.
You gotta
ignore
yeah.
some of it. His uncle did not leave him.
Yeah.
His uncle ran to call help, like anybody should have done and did. Like, they called the police.
No, what did he say? The robbers? Well, he said what the fuck was going on. They didn't even give him time. Like, he didn't even have time to speak. They just went up to the car and shot him 3 times, took his Louis Vuitton bag, and just skirted off. But yeah. Is there any other pics or videos of him? Just the ones that are, you know, already posted. That's it, really. And the one that's on the one that's on the one that's on my pic
On his page.
on my page, that's the original one that Shade Room and all them posted. Yeah, that's my picture. So I'm the one that posted.
They have them without the water.
He's saying later on that the people that making these videos are cloud chasers and shit, but he posted, like he said in this video, and that he posted his own without the watermarks and everything. Why the fuck does that matter? Still, if he posts that kind of stuff without giving it to the police or whatever the fuck, you're doing it also for clout. If you're gonna claim that other people are chasing clout, which you will do in the video, you're doing it yourself right now. So stop saying shit about other people when you do it yourself.
Mark and without the Snapchat hashtag.
How long before the cops got there, and who helped him after he was shot? Everyone was snapping pics. So as soon as it happened, all the employees went up and tried to wake him up. Nothing was happening. And then I'd say about like 2 minutes later, like not even, a cop came up, checked his pulse, told everybody to get back. But like he was dead, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like lifeless. It was really, really like scary and sad. And yeah, the ambulance came and the ambulance did CPR on him, and they tried to get a.
This is what I want to say. What's CPR in your eyes? I mean, just checking his pulse is not the only thing you do with CPR. If he's being shot, they're gonna check the wounds. They're gonna try to stop the bleeding from the wounds. They're gonna try everything possible. They've been checking him in the car, and they didn't do what they normally do. Normally they rush things. Okay, they rush. They take him out. You know, they try to help him and shit. No, they were just feeling his pulse, and they say no pulse, and that's it. And they left him in the car. That's not how it works. This shit is fishy as fuck. It's not how it works, dude. I got so many questions, man. And you seem to be the witness, right? Well, stop changing your story and just bring the truth. The way there, when you there.
Pulse, but like, you know, nothing happened really. I mean, they said he got a pulse, and they took him in the ambulance and they left. And as soon as he left, his dad, his stepdad, and his mom came, and his stepdad's like, "Where the fuck is my son? Where the fuck is my son?" And then his mom was just crying and shit. It was like really sad, you know. I just want my prayers, condolences go out to them, you know. Hope they're doing well. How many guys was it? There's 2 guys that came out and one guy and one driver. Were they tall or short? Honestly, I couldn't really like give you guys a good description. I would say they're.
He's saying they came up to him. Later on, he will change that as well. Driver was still sitting in his car. There's only one person came out. You guys will hear that later on, okay?
About like 6 foot, like 5'9", 5'10", you know, normal height. Did they park the car in front of his car? Why did he drive? They parked the car right in front of his car, and he thought it was just like someone normal that accidentally pulled over. And
no, just want to say this straight away. If a car and it's gonna be T-shaped, type of in front of, you know, car stopping moment, you're not gonna think, oh, it's a normal thing, because it was outside from the gate at a really weird place to stop. You're not gonna stop in front of a person, and that person where you stop, you know, stopped in front is not gonna think, oh, this is a normal situation. When you drive a car like he was driving with, and with the money he got on, everybody with that shit, and even if you don't have anything and a car stops like that, you're gonna be shaking, because anything can happen. It's not a normal place to stop in front of a car like that, because it was a T-shaped kind of stop, so it was sideways. The driver probably looking straight to XXXTENTACION like that, you know. They talk about T-shaped, so I'm thinking about one car is like X car is like this, and the other one is like this standing here. If that happens, you're not gonna think, oh, it's a normal situation. You're really not gonna do that, and it's not a place to stop there. There's no reason to stop there, and if some fucking guy comes out with a gun, you're gonna back the fuck away. And that there was a possibility of him, you know, being able to do that, because the gate was open as far as that I know. So what the fuck, dude? It's not a normal situation. Why are you trying to say that it's normal? It's not. It's not a normal fucking situation. But are you a fucking idiot? That's not a normal situation. And especially if they got red masks and bandanas on, and you see guys like that, it's not a fucking normal situation. Are you an idiot? And you call us stupid? Dude, you made us have more questions now. There's no answers now, and you made us have more questions. How can I know if you're a valid fucking witness when you come out with these stupid statements and saying that, oh, it's just a normal situation? That's stupid, dude. If a car stops in front of me like that, and I'm not a car owner, I don't have car, but I'm pretty sure if that happens, I'm gonna be like, oh, dude, I think I'm gonna be shot, dude. What the fuck, dude? We better just back the fuck up, because this is not normal. That doesn't happen. And I think it's illegal to stop like that, because that road wasn't busy, so there's no fucking reason to stop in front of the car. No fucking reason. So it's not a normal thing. You're an idiot.
As soon as they got out of the car with guns, and they were parked in front of his car, so he really had no place to go.
Yes, he could back up. If you know that you're gonna get shot, it doesn't matter even if there's something in your way, you're gonna back the fuck up, dude. Trust me. Doesn't fucking matter. It's your life we are talking about, right? You're not gonna just sit there and wait. You're not gonna do that shit. It doesn't make sense. And also, he's saying guns, but there was only one gun, and there were only 3 shots. With one gun, he claims to be an MP5. Why are they saying guns? Which other gun was there?
Okay, let me see here. What else? So they told his uncle to get out of the car, and not him. No, as soon as they were like, get the fuck out, his uncle ran to come get help as quick as possible. So that's what happened. He ran inside. What car did they come out of? Because I've seen many possible vehicles. It was a Dodge. I'm not sure what kind of Dodge, because as soon as they came out, I ran. But yeah, it was a Dodge. So did X die in the hospital, or he died? He died instantly when he got shot.
Also, I wanted to say this right. He ran away as soon as they came out of the car. Why would you run at that point? How do you know it's gonna be a shootout there? How do you know that if you don't look at them? How the fuck do you know there's no reason to run if something happens like this before they pulled the guns out? He ran, so if he ran away, he probably didn't look back to the situation. You're not gonna run like hell and then look behind you, because you know when you don't look forward and you just keep running, you're gonna run into something. He claims that he ran at the point that they came out, so he couldn't even see anything. They couldn't see where he gets shot. Okay, so that is already a stupid statement there.
Tattoos, the lighting, the video that was taken by this guy that we saw take the video, the lighting is just, you couldn't see the tattoos. But if you look on my picture, I posted, you can see his tattoo on his cheek. That's the timepiece. What color was the car? It was black. Was he carried off in the stretcher? He was carried off in the stretcher because they were trying to give him a pulse and resuscitate him.
Question here, yeah?
Do you think any security cameras?
Why is there no other videos out there? Why is there no videos of him being, put in an ambulance or on a stretcher or anything like that? There's only 2 videos out, and he claimed in the video, I don't know if it was before or just coming soon in the video, but he said there were people taking a lot of pictures, and so there's more. Why isn't that out there? Because I've been searching around and I can't find anything else. I can't even find an ambulance video. I don't know if you guys got any. If you do, please drop it in the comment section below so I can check it out as well. But he's saying other stuff and it doesn't add up. Why is there not more to it? He could even film it. I mean, if he's claiming that he's not a cloud chaser but doing this and saying that he's a witness and he knows it all, why didn't you film? There was a time, there. You could film that shit, because filming is important, because then you create evidence and then you can show it to the police or to his family and shit, Filming is fucking important. We're in 2018. Everybody's doing it in every situation. Why not in this situation? This is so fucking sketchy, okay? And there are security cameras everywhere. They won't release that. It takes time until they release that kind of stuff, but for sure there are enough security cameras also inside of the dealership. So if those come out, we can know if this witness was really there, if we know this witness, his face, and then from the security cam we can see him there. So that's the only proof, if that comes out, that he is a witness at all. But yeah, you can't really see him in the video. Sometimes you see half of his face when I'm not pretty sure if it's him. But still, a lot of things, and there could be answers if they bring it out, but that's gonna take time.
Did they pull off?
What direction? Honestly, I think they came in through the right. So what is Uncle holding his head?
He's saying it came from the right, but that's the same statement that a lot of media sources posted. So he's not sure, so he didn't see anything there. So I don't know. I don't think he even was watching. I think if he was there, he was just hiding, and now he's just making up a story and adding some information that's already out there. Because this video, I don't know when it came out, just today. I think it was out there yesterday as well. I'm not sure about it, but this is all the shit that's also on the media as well. So
yes, it was his uncle. What's your @ if you guys check it out? It's @ __ Victor 15. Why wasn't there? Okay, thanks.
He's saying that he's saying that other people are cloud chasing, but you just set your Instagram or whatever, your Snapchat shit. That's also to sharing your information to get clout, you idiot.
That's how you do your...
Yeah, all these people saying he's not dead are weirdos. I know, it's crazy. Was his window down? Yeah.
Was it a setup? No, he was a regular there.
Yeah. X was a regular there. One of the sales associates says that him and Kodak Black come in there and they buy like 10 to 15 at a time. They're just normal people just getting bikes and spiders, ATVs. Did he roll his window down when they came? Yeah, his windows are already rolled down. When we were waving by to him, like he had them rolled down. So when he pulled up, they were already rolled down. Were you guys able to No, we were not. We ran for cover, and also the car was you couldn't see the license plate. You would have to run
like T-shape in front of him. So it was like a T-shape.
So the men run up or park and get out. They stopped the car, parked it. Well, there was a driver, and then they got out of the car. They got out of the car and pointed the gun at him. Why the cop reports saying...
He's saying they pointed the gun at him, but there's only one person that pointed the gun and shot. The driver would be still in the car because he's the driver to escape. You're not both gonna get out unless you're both gonna shoot. But still, maybe it happened. But still, makes no sense. They're changing the story a lot with, walking up, running up. What the fuck, dude?
That said that you said it was a red mask set of red bandanas. It wasn't a red mask. It was a red bandanas. That was the most description I could get.
So many people are calling Crime Stoppers trying to say it's that soldier kid. Like, you're fucking up what actually happened. That's what's going on.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys know the truth because, you know, I was actually there when this happened. So
he keeps saying that he's actually there when it happened. He took most cover. If he was there, he was taking most of the time cover, so he can't really see anything depending on where he was taking cover. Most people take a big distance where they, you know, take cover from. They're not gonna be close to the crime scene, so you can't really see much from a far distance. So T-shaped, I don't know if they run, like if you look at the backside of the car, if you're standing next to it, looking at the gate, and then you run to the left, you can't see from there if people are shooting or what's going on. Maybe on the right you can see. Still, I think this person was just being a bitch and covering, you know, and he didn't even see anything, and he's just making these stories up. Just it keeps changing, like I said. But still, first he said himself it was a red mask. Later on he said it's a bandana, and now he's keeping that because people been asking if it was a red mask, because that refers to a soldier kid, and they disagree that he did it. But you never know. But still, I don't know. I think it's a bunch of talking about things he doesn't really know much about.
You know, a lot of people are saying a bunch of shit that's actually lies. Do you think X said anything?
He said, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, he said, "What the fuck is going on?" And then after that, he got shot. Why weren't there any shells on the ground and damage on X's car?
Close range.
Yeah, I believe there were shells in the car, but like nobody went through the car and looked around. Everybody was just trying to like get X to wake up or trying to help him out as much as we could, you know.
I want to say this: if they tried to wake him up, then he would be moved. He was still in the same position until they opened the door, but still he was, you know, hiding where he's possibly shot with the way he was laying, which is pretty odd. If you try your best to wake him up, if you're not gonna do it, you're gonna check the wounds, and you're gonna, if it's bleeding there, you're gonna try to stop it from bleeding, because that's important. That's the first thing they do. They try to stop the bleeding because that's important. You can't just leave him bleeding. If you say that all you can, then you're lying. They left him there bleeding. They could at least do something about it stopping. You know, he wasn't dead yet. They later on said he wasn't straight up dead there, okay? So they could stop bleeding. And even if he was dead, they should do that just in case. They might can, you know, get him to survive because of stopping the bleeding. That's important. You need to stop fucking bleeding and just wake him up. That's not how it works. What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Trying to do everything possibly could, you know, to save his life. I set him up. I did not set him up. I'm just letting you guys know what happened.
Don't even respond to that dumb shit. Fuck that.
Okay, if you're on, go back to that one right here. If you're on IG anyway, why don't you show your face? Just wondering. Well, I'm just letting you guys know what happened. You know, you guys already know what I look like, but how close did they? No, it's open. You guys see it. How close they get to him? They parked literally like a foot away from his car and got out of the car and started walking slowly to his car and telling him to get the fuck out of the car. How close was the bullet shot? It was from like literally from like a foot away, not even. They went up close and shot him in the neck.
I'm just saying, if it's from 1 foot away, and I'm saying that the gun itself is 1 foot away, or not through is a window itself, the bullet casing wouldn't go inside of the car. They must have put the gun against his neck, straight up against his neck to shoot. Then there's a possibility that the bullet casings get dropped in the car. It's not like if the gun is pointed at him a foot away or half a foot. If it's outside of the window, the bullet casings will drop on the ground, not inside of the car. That's the only way to get it inside of the car, is by pointing it straight up against his neck, okay? And that leaves a fucking mess with the impact and coming out. You know, it must come out, and they say that it came out, so it splashed, shit splashed, but there's no blood. Nowhere. Later on, you know, the aftermath, there's no blood. They're not going to clean out the blood when, you know, it's a crime investigation. They're not going to do that, straight cleaning up that shit. And there was no blood, and there would be a great impact, a great disturbing impact there. From the neck, it will be visible. There will be blood straight up. If you shoot him in the neck like that, even from a distance, there will be blood visible for the eye to see. And the result for coming out, it will splatter and there will be more blood. Explain that to me. And also, you say that happened. How can you see that when you're covering? You said that you were running when they were shooting or coming out. How did you know that it happened like that? You don't know that shit because you didn't see it.
Were you the guy in the pink hoodie?
No, that was
not. That was this other kid that was here. He was also with us. Yeah. Say positive on us. People put us down. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. I just want to let you guys know what really happened, you know.
He keeps
Oh,
saying
she
that.
could have helped.
He was shot at close range in the back of his neck and shit,
Yeah.
like right there.
And now they're saying back
Barely
of his
any
neck.
help.
Did they give him a chance to get out?
Back of his neck, okay? So open my picture. Not my picture, but you know, one I got right here. This is one where you see most. If it's back of his neck, must be behind this earring. Something like that. It can't be here because there's nothing here. Still, there would be visible blood. If it's lower down in his neck, behind his neck, and this is very, very light. Okay, this hoodie is light. So if there's blood, it will be on it, and otherwise it would be on this side or anywhere visible. His clothing is just really, really light, so that means that it would be visible. And still, how can you shoot someone in the neck like that? If he was looking at the people like this, you know, scared with his shit, and he's talking to them like this, if they shot him here, then still they would miss, or the bullets would go through his seats. Bullets that come out will hit something else as well. I forgot about even thinking about that. If they came out of his neck, then it went through something else, or it's somewhere laying on the seats. No one is talking about that as well. So that's something to think about. Why are there no bullets and no bullet holes in the car? Anyway, bullets, they sometimes splatter, they break off, whatever the fuck. There would be something visible in the car or outside of the car when it impacts, you know, it comes out. You need to see something, some damage on the car or inside of the car, but there's nothing as far as we can see and know. So explain that.
Though no, they didn't. They went up to his car. As he said, "What the fuck's going on?" They shot him in his car. How did his shorts change colors? His shorts were burgundy the whole time. His uncle was inside the car. Yes, his uncle was inside the car. His uncle came with them to the dealership, and he was looking around and stuff. What girl was with X? There was no girl with X. Did he die instantly? Yes, he did.
I think they're talking about Crystal.
How can you know that he died instantly when they are claiming that he was in critical condition at the hospital? I'm not really sure if that's a true thing. I think a nurse was saying that, and there was a nurse, there's a statement out there from a nurse. I don't know if that's real, but she said that if people helped him out, he would be alive now. And if that's a true statement from the nurse, then that really says something. If this whole thing really happened, of course, because I doubt it, because the stories are really, really strange, and the things that happened are strange. But still, if it really happened, then they didn't do anything much to help him. And also, if she said that he would be alive then he was alive and he wasn't instantly dead.
As in his ex-girlfriend
okay.
shit.
Okay, yeah.
She wasn't with him.
We
That was
appreciate
2
you, bro,
weeks ago.
especially you. You've been updating us since the beginning. Yeah, I just want to let you guys know as a people what's going on. You know, there's a lot of fucking conspiracies and theories, and a lot of people just talking bullshit. You know, just trying to say some bullshit. I just want you guys.
What's wrong with wanting to know more answers? Conspiracy theorists like me are digging for more information. We are the investigators of our own. We are not like the police that maybe just don't give a fuck about his case because they didn't like him, and I'm pretty sure the industry didn't like him either because he did good things for the community and they're not focused on anything good. Okay, I will explain that in other videos soon.
You guys know the truth and what actually happened because I had to witness this. It was a very, very tragic event for me. You know, the first time I ever met a rapper, and then literally 30 minutes later, I saw him die in front of me. It's a really sad event. I just want to let you guys know.
Keep saying that.
When did they take the bag? They took the bag when
He keeps saying that like he's some person that's like a hero. He speaks about himself like he's a hero. You're not a hero. You didn't even bring any evidence. You didn't help him the way that he should be helped. If the cops aren't doing it, and if the ambulances, you know, people aren't doing it, then the people should do it. He matters, and he is an important figure, you know, to a lot of people. And you claim that you're a good person by doing all the shit, man. You're cloud chasing yourself. How do we know this witness is real? How do we know that? Can you prove it? If you can't prove it, then all you say is fucking bullshit. And that already sounds like bullshit to me, okay? Changing stories and everything.
after he was hit. Did it seem like a professional hit? I wouldn't say it was professional, but it was definitely planned out. So.
Trust me, it's a professional hit if it's like that, if it's not a visible crime. Like, in a way of how they did it and how precisely and how little evidence is left and how they escape and everything, it's a professional and of course planned event, okay? But it is professional because I don't see any fucking, you know, situation like this so perfectly done, you know, and then not even having suspect. What the fuck? That is professional shit if this all is real.
The bag, how did they take the bag? They shot him, went in his car and took the bag, and they left.
How do you know that? Again, you weren't there, you were hiding. How do you know they shot him and then took the bag? Yeah, maybe it appeared to happen like that, but it's not like you know it for sure. You can't confirm that because you weren't standing there. You were hiding, taking cover, you're running away. At that point, he was running when they came out of the car. He wasn't looking back. If you're looking back while you're running, yeah, you're gonna walk against something. People aren't gonna just run and then look behind them when something fucking scary like that is happening. So how the fuck do you know all this stuff? You can't know that. You weren't standing there.
Do the police suck there? I don't know, but I can't really answer that. Yeah, I know. Me and my buddy had to see some really crazy shit. Was it only the bag? Yeah, it was only the bag they took. They took the bag, and there was probably money in there. Who knows, you know? He was in there.
How do you know that they only took the bag? Maybe they took more that you haven't seen. I mean, you don't know what's inside of the car, right? How do you know that's all they took? You can't know that.
He was in there looking at $20,000-$30,000 dirt bikes and shit. Do you think there was any cameras around? Yes, I do believe there was cameras around. I saw a bunch, but you know, it's hard when they're wearing masks. And they had what color and type was the car? It was a Dodge and it was black. It was like a van. Ski mask, yeah, it definitely is hurt. You know, pray for Ski Mask. You know how he's taking this. You know, hopefully he's taking it well.
Hand him a hit up ski already.
Yeah, let me see. But I just don't understand how they drove off and shit so easily. Well, I mean, they shot him and they drove off. You know, everybody ran inside for cover. You know, like we tried and we ran inside to tell the people call 911. I started screaming, like, call 911, guys. Like, there's a guy with a gun outside. There's guys with guns. Like, call 911, you know?
Were they inside the store?
Were the guys inside the store? I don't know. We don't know who they are. We don't know if they could have been in the store earlier, if they were, like, you know, if they just, like, knew something. Like, I had no clue, you know. I wish I could tell you guys. X is dead. Speed off or no, they sped off. They sped off. They sped off very fast, yeah. What do you think about everyone putting the blame to Soldier Kids? Well, from what I saw, Soldier Kid didn't do it. You know, that's my opinion. You know, he was over in Fishing Hooks. We were about an hour away. You know, a lot of that fake post I was talking about, Gator Motorsports. That's a different place than where X and me and my buddy were at. We were about an hour away. We're at Riva Motorsports. That's the actual place. Yeah, I know. I agree with you about the guy who went up close and took that video. You know, definitely he's a fucking idiot. You know, he's a fucking disrespectful asshole.
His face just
you know, he just wants to get clout and wants to get fame. It's not about that. It's about, you know, the truth and what happened.
Like I said, he's gonna talk about people wanting clout and everything. This is his Instagram right here. He's promoting himself, which is doing pretty much what they did. So you're clout chasing yourself. Doing all this with bringing this out is clout chasing, dude. So shut the fuck up.
Happening, you know, and just reminiscing and thinking about how much of an impact X made on like this society and this culture today.
I hope these do these people not realize millions of people fuck with X? Like millions of people are gonna want answers. Like, how are you gonna hide?
Why no one followed the car? I mean, literally everybody.
Who's gonna follow the car?
Yeah,
who's gonna follow the car? Everybody is regular pedestrians calling 9.
There's people out there that do that stuff. You know, you gotta learn from the situation when Tupac got shot. Nobody really went after the cars, and you know, nobody ever found the murderers of Tupac. So it's important, and that was a lesson learned. It's always important to follow them, even if they have, as she said, big guns. I don't know why the fuck she's even talking about it. She wasn't there, right? He was only saying that he was with his body. He's not saying he was with her, as far as that I know. Maybe I missed the point there. But still, she's talking that shit. There's people doing that shit in the US for sure. Okay, it doesn't happen that often, but there's always an undercover person or a military person out there. You know, there's always a person that goes after it, and if not, then in this case, oh, that's shitty, man. That's fucked. But yeah, still, there's a possibility that it can happen. It's important that people do, and it's also important that people record stuff and make a great evidence of the crime scene itself, which of course didn't happen. Only the aftermath, they recorded the shit, and that's all, and there's nothing else really to find about it as far as I can. I mean, I can't find shit. I can't find anything else on it.
911. Who the fuck is gonna follow a big ass van with goddamn huge ass guns?
I see.
You got me fucked up.
If the guy who took the video were to help out, do you think he could have made it?
No, he was
No, the guy took the video. We all ran outside after what happened, you know, and then X was just laying there, and his uncle came to the car, and he was just shaking his head in disbelief, and, he had no clue what to do. It was just a really tragic event, like, everybody tried like the best we could, you know. Was there blood anywhere? Because all the videos in line. We didn't see blood on his left side, but nobody looked over at his right side. We did see the hole about this big in his neck.
Okay, he's saying in his neck there's a hole kind of like this big, yeah? That's really, really too big for a gun like that. I don't think that the bullets are that big. Depending, you know, if they shot 3 times at the same spot, it might gets bigger. And if it's this big, yeah, it will bleed like hell. It will be visible. Like I said, it will be visible. It's not gonna just disappear. It's coming out from both sides, no matter what. It's his neck. Your heart is pumping blood for an amount of time. I can't remember how long it takes, but it takes a while. Even if you get shot in the face, it's not instantly like you're dead sometimes, but your body is still gonna be alive for a short period of time. So it's still, blood will still be pumping and it will come out, and it's not visible nowhere, and no one is talking about the shots when they came up to him, because this came later on. Okay, this information came later on. Nobody was talking about more shots in his neck. The only thing that I found from the police, I think, was 1 wound. They checked him, right? They must come out with some type of information. If they say 1 bullet wound, then yeah, that's 1. Why are they saying it's more? There's so many questions for that and so little answers.
In his neck. So why did someone run up to him? Everybody did run up to him. Everybody ran up to him very quick, like after they left, you know, and we all ran up to him, you know, like, because as soon as we all went inside and we said call 911, like 2 people went outside and I came outside and all I hear was, what the fuck's going on? Bow, 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 you know.
I just want to say this as well. If they all ran outside when they were gone, gonna be probably a short time, you know, that they were at the car, then he will be still gurgling. He's not gonna be instantly dead in the next shot. Okay, I'm not a professional that knows everything about that kind of stuff, but as the videos I've seen, and I've seen some fucking horrible videos on some gore websites, you know what I'm saying, and people don't instantly die, even with a headshot. It takes a while sometimes, so they had to see him move or something like that, but he wasn't moving.
And then everybody ducked down and then they left.
Yeah, no one in their right mind would follow the car.
That's the video, right? And this is the person that posted. I just didn't want to get from Domislive because he put all his tags over it. It's not your video, dude. But anyways, for me, it's not proof for anything. The things that he's saying, I mean, he keeps changing the story and keeps adding new things to the story. I mean, if you tell a story, you straight up tell what's going on, and there's not much that happened that he told, and this video is so long, and he just wanted more followers. This guy is also cloud chaser, dude, coming out with this information at night. I think that's night. So what, like, he came late on with this shit, man. Like, what the fuck? He's a cloud chaser as well. If he's a real witness, then he gotta prove that he is some type of way, because for me, it's not valid proof anything that happened is real and that this person knows it all. I mean, he doesn't even want to show his face. Maybe for good reasons he doesn't want to show his face, but there's a lot of people who are witnesses that had their face on the crime scene there, that, you know, if they want to go after the people that seen it, you know, they're gonna do that anyways, and they're gonna do that to the other people. So why didn't you show your face, like, straight up? I mean, you see your face a little bit, but still, it's not straight up showing it. I think it's a bunch of bullshit he's talking about. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. I'm here just to investigate on my own, and you guys can also check if I missed some points, which I probably did, because I've recorded this the 3rd time already now. I probably missed a lot of points that he made that make no sense, or maybe made sense, but yeah, that's up to you guys to put the timestamps up and put it in the comment section below, and I will check it out. I will respond to them or whatever. If there's something to respond to, I will, and I got a lot of more information to this that I want to discuss about apart from this video, because there's so many things that I want to ask. We might together can find some type of closure to this story. I don't believe that he's dead for many reasons, and I will tell that in other videos. I've already said that in other videos on my music channel, so if you want to check out my music channel, that would be appreciated. You don't have to, but it's up to you guys. I made a tribute to XX, and I got a lot more older projects unfinished on him way before this all happened. There's lots of dope ass beats coming, and yeah, basically that's it. So yeah, if you want to check out Broski music on YouTube, I appreciate it. I'm not cloud chasing. I'm doing my investigation. I like to do this kind of stuff. I've been doing this for 10 years already. I'm now 23 years old, so this is a kind of a hobby of me. So I will post a lot more new conspiracies, and also old ones I want to reopen, and I think that deserve to be reopened, because a lot of these conspiracies now, you know, they are good. I mean, I used to be a sheep that believed media and shit and everything straight up. 10 years ago that changed because people showed me some stuff, you know, and that really made me change my mind. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys in the next video. If you like the video, just like. If you got some information or questions, drop it in the comment section below. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, click on the notification button and click on all, so you can get all notifications, so you will be updated when I got a new video on this story, because I'm not done yet. I got a lot of points to talk about in the other videos. So see you guys then. Peace.